Hello YouTubers, Gizzy Greenfingers here, and we're doing a video about my Seahorse, but it's not a good one because he is not happy, he is not well. What is the problem, I'm hearing you ask? Well, with my amazing zooming skills, we will see what the problem is. And I'll do a few more amazing zooming skills and you will see. Here we go. We've zoomed in. See that? It looks like a burn. Now, I'm not happy with that. What do I think has happened? Well, a few days ago, well, about a week ago, my heater failed. So there was a drastic drop in temperature, which I've read up, because knowledge is key. I've read up that things like fluctuations in temperature can bring on infections. So I'm thinking, is that an infection? Or is it gas bubble syndrome? Gas bubble syndrome, I hear you ask. What the fuck is that? Well, gas bubble syndrome is where the gas from the bubbles that you give off in the tank gets trapped in its pouch, and it can't disperse these bubbles on its own. So you've got to help it out, basically. And I'm new to keeping seahorses, so I haven't got a fucking dicky bird about how and what the crack is going on. I just don't want it to die. I love my seahorses. So what we're going to do is we're going to manhandle the seahorse and wiggle something in the pouch to try and get the gas bubbles out. So let's go and do that. But first we'll look at this, because I've zoomed in right now. There you go. There's a better look. That doesn't look healthy, does it? I'd say that was more of an infection in the skin than the actual gas trapped in the pouch. But you don't know unless you try it. So come on, let's go try it and let's see if we can get some air to escape. So I shall be honest, I have never held or touched a seahorse in my life until this very first moment. I was nervous and excited at the same time. More nervous than anything because I got the shakes and I can't help that. It's just who I am. You've heard of Shaking Stevens, I'm like Shaking Gizzy. But there's a special way to hold the seahorse. Obviously I didn't get that knack. But I persevered and I persevered. And eventually I got the seahorse in such a way where I knew it was safe enough to do what I needed to do, which was release trapped gas in the pouch. Yeah, it was nervous. I didn't want to hurt the poor thing, especially with my shaking gizzies, you know. And I'll be honest, I did the whole procedure fine. Didn't hurt the seahorse one way, not to my knowledge. I kept talking to the seahorse so we didn't have them awkward pauses throughout the whole procedure. Didn't want no awkward scenes. And as you can see, he seems fine. Oh, I did not see any gas bubbles. So I'm putting it down to the heat fluctuation. I think it's an infection, which I've bought some antibiotics, which I think I may use, depending on what happens in the next couple of days. Now, they do a little pirouette now. Is it? Yeah. Pirouette, that's it. But yeah, he doesn't seem too fazed by it, but I am worried. Anyway, let's go on to the next day and we go from there. So I'll see you in a minute. Good morning, YouTubers. It is the next day. Cleo knows something's not right with Rufus, and she is clingy, as you can see. She loves Rufus, and one day they are going to have babies, and I'm going to try and breed them. But until that day, I just want Rufus to get better, and so does Cleo, as you can see. The next day, and by the next day they were loving it. I was so happy because Rufus just looked so much happier. He was back to flirting again with old Cleo. He's like, nah, nothing wrong with me, boy. But he did have something wrong with him. But it is getting better. It's healing. So I'm in two minds whether to this antibiotic I've got. I'm in two minds whether to use it, because I've read up for some of these potions can actually do the reverse effect and actually kill it. So I don't want to use this antibiotic unless I desperately need to. So as you can see, he looks a lot more happier. He's not just hanging around on the bottom sulking. He's flirting, she's flirting. It's a marriage made in heaven. They're gonna get together. They are. They sure are. And I'm gonna have little pitter patters of seahorses. Yeah, it's gonna happen. So it's been about 4 days. Rufus is looking really healthy. He is looking like a really good stallion. I couldn't be happier. I haven't had to use any antibiotics. I don't think I'm gonna. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It is yours truly, Gizzy Greenfingers.